knows certain things. Okay. And so Jnatva. Jnatva. Then Kartritva. Now worship. Jnatva. Kartritva. Do worship. Bhoktritva. Experiencership. All kinds of ships over here. And then Vadhya. Vadhya means the killing. Killing is called Vadhya. Killing in the sense of, action. Vadhya. Agent. Killing is just to show the agent of action. And why should we show the agent of action? The agent of action, because that, like, this is the extreme kartritvam. As the Bhagavad Gita also points out, the extreme kartritvam comes from what? Comes from the act of killing. That is why the Mahabharata war, and that's why the example of killing in the second chapter, as we are seeing, the example of killing is there. And what is its purpose? The purpose is to show that the Atma is neither the killer nor the killed, meaning it's not the agent of even the most highness of actions, and nor is it the victim. And the same thing is talked about here. Jnatva kartritva bhoktritva vadhya. So vadhya means killing. Ghataka. Ghataka means the Vadhya means killed, actually. Yeah. That which is killed. Ghataka, killer. The wounder. And so victim and what else? Victim and the one that is the killer. Killer and victim, both are there. So first Vadhya. Oh, I have been killed. I mean, nobody can say that, of course, but that is the idea. Is that I have been, let's say, I have been wounded, and then or I am the killer, whichever those states are. Adayah, adipadat, all other things. Drinker, eater, the one who goes, the one who comes, the thinker, meditator, what else? So many adayah, we can sort of say, all kinds of actions. So here, these are all properties of the ahankara. The properties of the ahankara are enlisted. And why are they enlisted? Because there is a possibility, and more than a possibility, there is a connection between the qualities of the ahankara and the mix-up thinking that they belong to I, the Atman. So the qualities of the Ahankara have nothing to do with the Atma. That is what is the distinction. And the Ahankara is very difficult to delineate. So Jnatva, knowingness. The knowingness means the status of being the knower. Knowingness, I know. And that knowership is called Jnatvam. And so Jnaha means janati iti jnaha tasya bhavaha jnatvam. So this jnatva means the one who knows janati is janati means knows. That is shortened to jnaha, like in sarvajnaha, knower of pot, ghatagnaha. And then the knower of cloth, patagnaha. Like this, all these, when you add gyaha at the end, that means ghatam janati, knower of pot, ghatagyaha. This is a wonderful technical way to express this with the least number of syllables. And so, jnatvam, jnaha means janati. Janati what? Anything. So there, whenever something is an object of knowledge, the knower rises like a cobra. I, me, this object of knowledge is mine. I as the knower. So jnatvam, knowership, the ability to know. So kartritvam, doership, the ability to do things in general. Bhoktritvam, the ability or the status of being an enjoyer, the samarthya of being an enjoyer. So that enjoyership, doership, and then in that one particular set of doership and enjoyership is highlighted. Vadhya, I am dead, I am killed, I'm wounded, whatever it is you can say. Then Ghataka, I am the killer. Adaya, there are all kinds of other dyads. I am the eater. I am the eaten. I am being eaten by mosquitoes. And then now I am eater. Now I am eaten. Like this, so many things we can say. So all these are ahankara bhavaha, born of ahankara, rising from ahankara, sustained by ahankara. This is what they are. And even though it looks like it is Atma, because the I, the Ahankara, which says I, seems to be very close to the Atma. And in fact, everything is Atma. Atma is not Ahankara. That is what we have to always and constantly remember. So these are all ahankara bhavaha. Ahankara bhavaha, because there are many things mentioned, plural, bhavaha. Bhavaha means these are states. These are situations arising, identifications, states of identification arising from the ego, I notion, where, and they have nothing to do with the Atma. This is a kind of a very nice primer. We know all this, but it's a very nice section which which reiterates and underscores some of these things which we take for granted. And then the next one. स्मृतिः पूर्वानुभूतस्य प्रत्यभिज्ञा च तादृशी स्मृतिः पूर्वानुभूतस्य प्रत्यभिज्ञा च तादृशी एते चित्तभवा भावाः आत्मा शुद्धो निरञ्जनः एते चित्तभवा भावाः Atma Shuddho Niranjanaha. Now he talks of memory. So we don't know where to put the memory actually. Where does the memory go? The memory, according to the Shastra, is part of the Chittam. So we have Manaha, then we have Buddhi, then we have Ahankara. All three of them have been talked about here. And then each one has certain properties by which it is known. So when you talk of Manaha, then you think of the undecided one. Sankalpa Vikalpatmakam Manaha. The definition of Manaha is Sankalpa Vikalpatmakam. And then what else? Then the definition of Buddhi is Nishchayatmika. Why there is Sankalpa Vikalpatmakam but Nishchayatmika? Because Buddhi is feminine. Nishchayatmika, Buddhi, the faculty that makes the decisions, is called Buddhi. The waffling faculty is called mind, although together all of them are also known as mind. So then the waffling quality, the one that is constantly on the fence, should I do this, should I do that, should I go here, should I go there, that is manaha. Then what is buddhi? I am going to pursue this, I am not going to do this because this is against dharma. When that decision is made and followed through, then we say it is buddhi. Then what else is left? Then we have ahankara. the one who says, I am the doer, I am the done in, I am guilty, I am hurt, all these things. This is ahankara. Then finally we have chittam, the faculty which stores and which is connected to the unconscious, and therefore memory. So the memory is part of the unconscious mind. Because why? Purvanubhutasya pratyabhignya. Look at the verse. Purva anubhutasya. So when you have purva anubhutihi, the experience of something before. So purva anubhutasya, of that which was experienced before, pratyabhignya. Pratyabhignya means the recollection of that which was experienced before is called memory. That is what memory is actually. So the experience of what was experienced, the recollection of that which was experienced before. So the recollection is part of chittam. Why? Because it is connected to the memory, becomes part of chittam, because it is strongly connected to what? It is strongly connected the to the um, remembrance of something so the remembrance is connected to something that was previously experienced. So that previous experience, where is it? It is stored in the chittam. That belongs to the emotive faculty. So the previous experience can be something pleasant, like a wonderful holiday that was taken some years back, and then one is recalling that with relish. Oh, how nice the weather was, and how nice the friends were, and how nice the place was, whatever you want to say. And then it could also be an unpleasant memory of a mean person, maybe a sibling, maybe a caregiver in childhood. It could be a painful memory, it could be a pleasant memory, but that's not the point here. Either way, it is from that faculty of the mind where the whatever was experienced before is stored, and the recollection of that which was experienced before is known as memory. Tadrishi pratyabhignya. Tadrishi means exactly however it happened, however it has been stored in the mind. That experience, the recollection of that, and of course it will be subjective, because it's part of the antahkarana, and it will be subjective unless the person has been exposed to Vedanta and is extremely is extremely objective. That's a different thing, but other than that it will be subjective. And so this is not to be confused with the I. This is not the I. So this is what is that? This is a section of teaching mostly by na iti, na iti, na iti, etc. So then the next one talks about the three states of being. What are they? Sleeper, dreamer, waker, or waker, dreamer, sleeper. In this particular order it is given. Let us look at that. ये विश्वतैजसप्राज्ञाः जाग्रत्स्वप्नसुषुप्तिषु ये तैजसप्राज्ञाः जाग्रत्स्वप्नसुषुप्तिषु अवस्थाभेदजा भावाः आत्मा शुद्धो निरञ्जनः अवस्थाभेदजा भावाः आत्मा शुद्धो निरञ्जनः. Ye means these. These which these? Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna. Technical terms for waker. Vishwa, Taijasa, dreamer, Prajna, sleeper. So all together they are taken. That's why it is plural at the end. Like Ramaha, Vishwataijasa Prajnaha, Vishwascha, Taijasascha, Prajnascha, Vishwataijasa Prajnaha. Dvandva compound. Okay, so together then you put the vibhakti at the end. So you don't, you combine the words by just in their pratipadika state, and then only for the last word you put the vibhakti on. And so this is a kind of a compound called dvandva, where many things can be listed together, and then it forms and then it forms one word, because you are adding only one preposition at the end. So, so Vishwa, Vekar. So Vishwa is Vekar. And that waking experience, the experience of the waker, is not happening in a vacuum. The waker is inextricably connected with the waking world. The world which is in motion, the world which is constantly changing, the world that is constantly expanding. Meaning, the world to which one relates is not a static entity that has stopped, where time has stopped. Time is marching on. Time is not absolute. Time is relative. Time is being cut up into different units. In the beginning we never had nanoseconds and picoseconds and all these. Now there are new divisions of time. Nonetheless, this is the idea. The idea is that the the waker is connected to the waking world, is interacting with it. Karta and Bhokta. In sleep, only Bhokta. In dream, only Bhokta. Only in the waking state, there is Karta. Kartritvam is there, doership is possible. Kartritvam is there, doership is possible. Why? Only because one has an arena where free will can be unleashed. There is no free will in dream. You don't even will the dream. It is all pratyabhigya. It is all recollection of that which is there in the unconscious, in the mind, in the chittam. So here in the waking state, there is you are not functioning only on recollection or mm, what is that called? Only on bhoktritva buddhi. You're not just an experiencer. You may be experiencing things, no doubt. You're experiencing many things, but you are not only the experiencer. What are you? You are also a doer. You are a doer, you are an experiencer, both. That is why the waking state is so important and is considered a place of, it's considered a permanent place for me, because here I am fully blown as Karta and Bhokta. I feel complete because I can exercise my free will to do, and I can also receive the phala, the results of my doings. This is why this state of waking is favored by most people. Let's see. Yeah, so this Vishwa is connected to the waking world. The Bhagavan in relation to the waking world, seen from the standpoint of the waking world, is called Virat. So this Vishwa is connected to Virat. Nay, Vishwa is a manifestation of Virat. Vishwa is a manifestation of Virat. So the Vishwa, from the standpoint of the individual's body, mind, sense complex, separate from Virat, feeling disconnected, connects to Virat, begs for this or that goodies in order to lead the life better. So this is the Vishwa. And then Taijasa. These are all technical terms. You won't find them, you won't find them in everyday language. Taijasa means the one that has tejas. Tejas belongs to what? Atma. So that which is that tejas, so Tejasa born of tejas, that tejas which is as though conditioned by the experience of the dream. So therefore the dreamer is called Tejasa. It's that self luminous Atma alone that is powering the waking state, that is powering the dream state as well, without being either the waker or the dreamer. So, here, after the waking state, one has become the dreamer. And then how? Because one is in the middle of a, let's say, a fabulous dream. There is a party or there is a lottery ticket. I am giving a big talk somewhere and being honored by all the sages and everything, something like that. You can dream. Sages and scholars. I'm getting a big award. Let's say you dream that you're getting a big award. And then what is all the things in the dream is nothing other than you. This is the beauty of Taijasa. There is Advaita in the experience of Taijasa because you have given yourself a body and you have given all the things in the universe, all the things in the dream universe, that is, you have given them all bodies. There's only you. And your friends are you. The table and chair in the auditorium is you. The chairs in the auditorium, you. Your own consciousness, that consciousness, that tejas is responsible for this projection from pratyabhigya, from the memory of having attended previous such functions where you got an award, and from the desire to get such an award and have such accolades. So this dream has been spewed forth. It's a combination of memory and desire. And so, and in the award ceremony, so many things will be there. There may be things to eat, maybe there is a little reception afterwards, and that is you. The caterers are you. And the person giving the award, let's say a very, very famous celebrity, that's also you. Celebrity in that particular field in which you are getting an award, an expert in that field. So that's also you. The stage is you. The award itself is you. Maybe there is a purse attached to it. Purse means some money and a certificate. The money is you. The certificate is you. And so it's all you. This is Taijasa. Out of nothing other than oneself, one's memory, one's desires, a dream world is spun faster than the fastest spider in the whole world. So the dream web is spun, is cast forth, and then it is retracted. Why is it retracted? Because it's time to wake up. So it's very clear that the Taijasa is functioning in Ishvara's world. And the Ishvara here, the world of Ishvara in the that governs the dream state is called Hiranyagarbha. That Ishvara manifests as the one that governs the dream state is called Hiranyagarbha. Because again, the dreaming is not happening in a vacuum. Yes, it's your memory, it's your desire, granted. But then why is it coming out in this way on this night of all the nights? Why not yesterday night? Why not tomorrow night? Over this you have no control. About this you have no answer. Why today? Why tonight only this dream came? Why did it not come earlier? Why is it not coming later? What does it portend? All this you do not know. You have no clue. And also, why did the dream come in this particular form? And then why did it go away? Why wasn't I fully there? Why did I wake up just before I got the award? The dream was gone, wrapped up. And so, therefore, There are no answers to all these things. To all these things, there are no answers. And so, this is why we say Hiranyagarbha is the one that the dreamer, the individual dreamer, is connected to, because the individual dreamer casts a web of memory and desire, but this projection is happening within the laws of the projection of Ishvara, within the laws of Hiranyagarbha, the subtle projector. The Shakti, Ishvara's Shakti to create is called Hiranyagarbha. The potential to create is Hiranyagarbha, and this Hiranyagarbha is casting its, he is allowing for the individual dreamer's dream to manifest and demanifest. So the manifestation and the demanifestation of the dream is not happening according to your will, but it is happening according to Ishvara's will. So, on the individual level, we have Taijasa, who is connected on the total level to Hiranyagarbha. In fact, the two are one. The Taijasa is just a small manifestation of this Hiranyagarbha, this vast Hiranyagarbha. Then finally, we have Prajnaha, Prakarshena Ajnaha, the one who is totally and fully ignorant. Fully ignorant. And that is the sleep experience. In the sleep state, what happens? Fully ignorant. The person doesn't know even that I am sleeping. The person himself, herself is not aware of being asleep. And here too, the sleeper is connected to the world of Ishvara. And Ishvara here in the form in Swarupa Lakshana. So the sleeper is connected to the sleeper's Swarupa and Ishvara's Swarupa in repose, when Ishvara is not relating to the Jagat in the capacity of the creator, the sustainer or the resolver, when there is no causality attributed, when there is no world to take care of. What is Ishvara? Swarupa Lakshana, Satchidananda is Ishvara. And similarly, after a long day, you hang up your coat and hat, and then what? You just eat your dinner, get into bed. That's all you can do. You can just get into bed. And then what happens when you get into bed? Sleep overtakes because you're so tired, sleep just overtakes. And what happens when sleep overtakes? There is just you. That's all there is. There is no son, no daughter, and there are no experiences to be had. There is no doer, there is no experiencer, there are no people there. And all this is described in the fourth chapter of the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Na tatra rathaha, na rathinaha. There are no chariots. In sleep, in dream, there may be chariots. Chariots means ancient example. There are no charioteers. There are no chariots. There are no people. There are no experiences. There are no experiences. There is no means of experience. Nothing is there. But you cannot say nothing is there. You have to say nothing is there, and you have to add other than Chaitanya. Shuddha Chaitanya, the consciousness without having body identification, consciousness without being identified to all these things, manaha, buddhi, chittam, ahankara, nothing. It simply is, and it is Ishvara. So that also the prajna is connected to, you cannot say relates because there is no action here. The prajna is connected to naturally Ishvara on the other side. Ishvara without the Jagat, we have to specify. And so, interesting as these three states are, none of them are me. What am I? Shuddhaha Niranjanaha. That is the idea. Okay? Yeah. Then, next one. Let me just make sure we have covered all the words here. Atma Shuddha Niranjanaha. Yeah. So, next one. Then he's going to talk about, after talking about the three states, he suddenly remembers there's another group of three. What is that? Tamas, Sattva, Rajas. So he's going to talk about this other group of how the Atma is not any of these. Nidralasya pramadascha parimoho vishadakah. निद्रालस्य प्रमा निद्रालस्यं प्रमादश्च परिमोहो विषादकः एते तमो भवा भावाः आत्मा शुद्धो निरञ्जनः एते तमो भवा भावाः आत्मा शुद्धो निरञ्जनः निद्रा Nidra and Alasyam, they go together. That's why they have been made into a compound. What is the compound? Nidralasyam. Nidra, sleep. Alasyam, slothfulness, laziness. Sleep is over, but I don't feel like getting up. It's not like um, sleep is over, but I'm tired, or I'm about to fall sick and I'm having these problems, so I want to sleep in. No, no problems are there. Person is okay, but then there is alasyam, a kind of a procrastinating quality. Why to get up? Oh, but I have to do all this. Oh, that can wait. Let it wait. I don't want to do this. This kind of a thing. Nidra and alasyam, laziness, slothfulness. Pramada. Pramada means the not paying attention to what one is doing, and therefore making a lot of mistakes is called pramada, prone to errors. It's one thing if somebody does not understand their understand what is told to them to do. Maybe they are not, they haven't grasped it, and so therefore they are making mistakes. That's a different thing. Maybe they don't have the capacity to do that work. That's a different thing. That calls for compassion. But here, that's not the idea. The person knows, but is slipshod, haphazard, mind is all over the place. And then the attention and the focus, they are unable to have the attention or the focus to apply themselves to the task. And so silly mistakes and small mistakes, many mistakes, sometimes even big mistakes, doesn't matter. So many things go slip through the mind because there is not enough care and mindfulness applied to the task. And why is there not enough care and mindfulness applied to the task? Because the antahkarana has been taken over by tamas. Tamas. First usually sattva is there, but here tamas. So tamas taken over by tamas. And then it has nothing to do with atma. Tamas does not touch the atma. Rajas does not touch the Atma. Sattva, even though one says you have to grow in Sattva, etc., one is advised to do, and the Shastra says Sattva is just like a pole. So you hold on to the pole of Sattva to jump to the other side with the help of the pole, and the pole is thrown away. This is called the pole vault game. So you run the person who does this high jump runs along with the pole, puts the pole on the ground, and then uses the pole to vault over that rope, and then the pole is just discarded. So that is the role of sattva. It is not sattva, again is not atma. Tamas is certainly not Atma. Ete, tamo bhava bhavaha. So this nidra. What are the ete? Ete means all these. What are all these? Nidra. Over, too much sleep. Nidra. Alasyam. Slothfulness. Pramadascha. Constantly making mistakes due to not caring enough about what one is doing, and due to not having the ability to focus. Then parimohaha means being constantly deluded. The word pari, the upasarga, the prefix pari, what does pari mean? From all sides. Deluded, no hope. So deluded on all sides, deluded by so many things. Parimohaha. Parimohaha. And then so parimohaha means deluded by what? Deluded by so many things, attracted to so many things, and attracted to many things, deluded by many things. Like something comes along that looks very that looks very alluring. It is an experience. Maybe it is a something new one has not seen at all. And then immediately what happens? Immediately one starts to think that there is a this is the ticket. This is the ticket to conquering all the problems in my life. This is the ticket, and this is how I'm going to go. Everything is held on to. So small thing comes along. Maybe it's an opportunity to go somewhere and do something, and immediately one thinks, okay, this is going to make my whole life different. This is the miracle I was waiting for. This is what it is. And then one latches on to things that end in disarray. Parimoha. This is what it means. Deluded by all people, deluded on all sides. So, because one is lazy and one is not reproducing life properly, and then of course one wants money to live and one wants all these things to have, and then so therefore what? So, therefore, one has to, without applying the mind, how will one get the opportunities? So, by mistake, if one opportunity by chance comes along, one latches onto it without really seeing who is the person who is giving this opportunity, and then become succumbs to being being taken advantage of. So parimohaha, also gullibility due to tamas, due to too much tamas. There is a gullibility because one refuses to participate in one's life. And so, therefore, one is taken advantage of by everybody because one becomes dependent on other people to lead the life, to participate in the life. And so, that is parimohaha. Then is vishadakaha. Vishada means despondency, lassitude, depression, sorrow. Vishada. So Vishadakaha means that which gives sorrow. Aka means agent. So the agent of those kinds of things, that which gives sorrow. So, what are the things that give sorrow? Finite things, things that end in time. And yet, the tamas predominant person is only totally and fully attracted to things that give sorrow. And as the Bhagavad Gita says in the 17th chapter, that there are three kinds of happinesses. So a sattvic happiness, rajasic happiness, and tamasic happiness. And the tamasic happiness is described, the tamasic form of happiness is described in the Bhagavad Gita as immediate, instant gratification, immediately fill up the stomach, and then writhe around with the stomach ache soon after. So that which begins in joy and ends in sorrow, inevitably ends in sorrow, pain, etc., is not is not what is not is not sattvic joy. It is tamasic joy. You just go for the immediate gratification without really any understanding, without any understanding whatsoever of why and how this, where will this lead me, why am I doing this. No questioning, no introspection, jump into it and then repent at leisure, act in haste. Why? Because the pressure of the ragadveshas is so much that immediately they want that, they want that gratification. Immediate and sensory gratification is preferred over any kind of lasting happiness. And you tell such a person, study Vedanta, that is the pursuit of the infinite. They'll say, no, no time for that. I want it now. I want it right now. Yes, if you sit, you will get the knowledge right now. No, I can't even sit. Why? Because I'm lying down. Alasya, pramada, all these things, parimoha. So, parimoha means always going with the wrong priorities. Choosing wrong priorities because of delusion and being stuck in Atma Ajnanam. Everybody has Atma Ajnanam. That is our capital. That is the starting point. But here there is a refusal to recognize the Ajnanam. There's a refusal to understand and interrogate or introspect spect upon the Atma Ajnanam. Upon the Ajnanam means upon the broods, the offsprings of this thing called self-ignorance. There is a refusal to confront it. There is a refusal totally to do anything with it at all. So we'll stop here and then we'll pick it up when 11th 20 no today 10th for you, not for, yeah, uh, s- uh, 17th next week, uh, 24th, yeah, 24th of June. All right, I will pick this up further. So remember, we have just finished verse 11. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ. Thank you.